What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. So I let the game run for a little bit so that we could finish off our bridge. There it is, it's pretty much done. Unfortunately, I forgot a torch over here, and so now we've got a bunch of golems spawning on us. Luckily, they're not that scary. I think we just got like we've got a marble golem and a clay golem. Both of those should be fairly easy to put away. Why would you guys stay there instead of just like running away? I don't understand. Sometimes you sadden me, gnomes. If you die right here against clay golems, I'm gonna be very, very upset with you. Damn it, Stu Smackledorf and Yaz Raider. Damn it. Where are my guards? Like, why is this? Yeah, let's have people come down here and maybe help out with this. There we go. And so we've lost 2 gnomes. Luckily, we're somewhere around the end. This guy right here might be a little bit more worrisome. The marble golem, his health is upset. I don't think that's a health. I think that's more of like a mental note. But anyways, we lost 2 gnomes. I hate that, and it makes me sad. But there's nothing that can be helped about it because the gnome AI was too dumb to run away when the whole thing went down. So they'll clean these guys out. Hopefully later on I'll get the torches. Anytime you delve down deeper, this is the possibility that could happen. You end up with like 1,000,000 golems or 1,000,000 just about anything spawning out of nowhere and eating your face off. God, this is taking forever. They're actually a bit more resilient than I expected. There it is. So we've killed off the golems. I put down the torches, so I'm not happy about that. Stu Smackledorf and Yaz Raider are now dead. It's a big disappointment. However, the game does try and even things out. I think one of them was a farmer or something too, so we've got problems right now. I don't know. I'm having trouble keeping our lovely society upwardly mobile with regards to our population just because people keep dying to dumb stuff like that, where I swear to God, like in the previous iterations of the game I've played, they would run away like all the way up the stairs. Like they wouldn't just sit there and get stuck and bounce back and forth over and over again. I don't know what's changed, but I remember gnomes would just like allow things to chase them all over the map before, and now it seems like they get stuck in this back and forth thing where they want to go get something that's like behind, but it doesn't cancel. Basically what they need to do is they need to make it so that it doesn't permanently, but it temporarily cancels whatever order they're working on if they see an enemy, and they just run the hell away, and they just don't engage. Like they don't get in a fist fight. You might take a hit to the back, but don't stop and fight, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. I just don't know how that whole thing works. It's alright though. We're at the end of the year anyways, so we'll probably get a new crop of gnomes by the end of this episode, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they did, you stupid bastards. They made a steel anvil. You dumb bastards. Oh my god. What a giant waste of steel. Oh, the sinking feeling in my stomach right now. Oh god. You morons. Why would you use our most valuable thing? I mean, it's my fault. I should have babysat it, but damn it. Oh, God. I'm unable to utter anything other than sounds. I knew I should have babysat that. I knew I should have babysat it, and I didn't do it, and now I'm just... Oh, God. Why? Why me? Alright, well, let's put in some torches and continue looking for more iron now, since we very clearly have none left. And so now that we've got that in place, take a look here, and this is all coal from what I understand. Oh no, that's iron. Okay, good. So that saves us a little bit of trouble. Hopefully this little grip of iron here runs a bit further than expected. What I'll try and do here is we'll just kind of weasel our way around the edges. And it's kind of sad how much of this game ends up being just like me mining stuff, but it's okay. I know that some people have said that they're really, really bored by all my mining and whatnot, but unfortunately it's just like part of the game. If you're going to do an open LP about it, there's going to be a lot of mining taking place. It's kind of like Dwarf Fortress. It's just, well, you're going to be mining either way. Just letting you know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way to play this game without mining. I mean, you might be able to get a little bit creative and just mine out the first couple of floors for sapphires and whatnot and trade for all the stuff you need from the ore kingdoms, but even so, that's going to be a really, really rough way to go through the game. You're going to have trouble with it, I think. Got a couple of mants coming in. I must have missed one of their scouts. Either way, we've got steel armor on right now, so I'm not even remotely concerned about it. Mants, not the biggest... Like, people make mants out to be just this terrible thing that happens. And I'll admit, mants can be really, really bad if you haven't got bronze by, like, your 3rd year. But if you haven't got bronze by your 3rd year, you're in trouble no matter what shows up, to be honest. So, I hear stories all the time where people are like, I got my first mant invasion. Which, in order to get a mant invasion, you have to miss the mant scout in the first place. Or they'll be like, I attacked the mant scout with all of my guys in copper. and one man scout killed 10 of my gnomes in copper, and I'm like, well, were your gnome... Okay, a couple questions here. A couple things that we need to get laid out here. Did your gnomes train? Because if you've got attack of better than 40 with any weapon, Mants should be absolutely no threat to you. They should pretty much get one-shotted. Second, why did you make copper armor? Like, I understand that the first jump that I made when I played the game was, I'm gonna make copper armor, but don't. Like, save yourself from it. It's kind of like unbinding when you play CSGO. When you first start out, you're supposed to unbind your crouch key. Like, it's like unbinding your crouch key. Just don't think of copper as a craftable material. Just don't think about it. We also need to get some crates built today, so I didn't want to switch subjects like that, but I do need to make some crates. Let's go ahead and drop a couple of crates up in here, and then we'll drop a couple of barrels up in here, and so we'll have tons of crate and barrels so that we can buy all kinds of... What does crate and barrel sell? Are they like Pier 39 or Pier 1 Imports? That's what it is. Are they like Pier 1 Imports? I don't even know what a crate and barrel sells. I know that it's a store, but I have no idea what they sell because I've never been in one. The other things that I want to do is I do want to make sure that we add a few more things in here to make our lives a bit easier. And unfortunately, due to limitations in space, I may be forced to go about my activities like so and just kind of drop them everywhere because we are running out of space in our storage rooms. I do have a lot of food around, so maybe we'll just kind of bam bam bomb, and there it is. We'll just have loads and loads of stocks around. Other rooms that are in desperate need of stocking crates will go like so. Not crates that you put your socks in, obviously, but crates that we can put all of our other random stuff in. Over here, we really need it. We got a lot of bones and things laying around. So let's go ahead and drop those. Over here, we're looking okay. I think I just probably queued up a huge amount of work for any of my resident woodworkers, so it's probably going to be a long time before any of this gets finished. Other than that, I don't know what I want to work on today. I haven't really thought about it. I don't know what I want to work on right now. I do think that there's probably some plausible argument to be made for the fact that I should probably migrate most of my metalworking up to here on this episode. And so I think that is what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make a bunch of copper anvils though. Let's make like 5 of these. Just a bunch of copper anvils so I don't have to worry about having that happen before with... Or that happening, what happened before with the... I don't even know what to call this. Like, I feel like I need some horrible name for what has happened right here. Like the steel affair or something. Like, it needs a moniker that I can remember by and just be like, oh yeah, it was like the steel anvil affair. That's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. I think I should probably cancel these designations. There we go. We'll cancel those. And then somebody should come right along and butcher these. Yes. There go to the butcher. Good. And so we take the cow to the butcher. And once the cow has been taken to the butcher, we will make it into delicious steaks. Momo steaks. Let's see here. I guess one could say that the stakes are high for that yak. I don't know. God. Although if we kept our steaks on a shelf, I feel like that would be the better use for that pun. You could say that the stakes are high. But I don't think there's a whole lot of shelving in gnomish culture, just because as a short person myself, I don't use shelves, and so I don't think that a society, they probably don't even know what a shelf is, because it's just not useful for somebody that's small. Like, who wants a shelf that's at the 3-foot level? It's just, it looks weird running around the room. And so, as a short person, that's something you have to come to realize. There are just certain things around your house that you don't use, like those cabinets that, you know how sometimes you have cabinets that are above your kitchen counter, but then there's a cabinet above that? That doesn't get used. In short people houses, you don't use that cabinet. Or if you do use it, you only put stuff in there that you're never going to need ever again, like that 5th blender that you got from your first wedding. It's just, you're never going to use it. Never going to use it. It's where you keep all of your vases. It's where you keep all the vases for all your flowers and everything. Because nobody ever goes up in there anyways. I feel like there's something I should be working on right now, and I'm having trouble formulating what it might be. Let's go ahead and cancel the steel bars really fast. Because I feel as though there is the distinct possibility. Did I close this off down here? I feel as though I've probably made a tactical blunder, and I haven't sealed... What floor was it on? It was like up a couple. Damn it. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, we need to close that right there. I knew I forgot something. So once that's been closed off, we should be alright. I'm going to do one last check for any shadows around here. Definitely don't want any Peter Pan action occurring where we've just got like shadows running around all over the place. So I would hope that we can solve... Why is a woodworker down here? God. Sometimes it's difficult to tell like what the hell your gnomes are doing. Like sometimes they just do like dumb shit. They're just in the most random of spots. And it's like, well, they are gnomes. I mean, I was hoping that they wouldn't make those mistakes that like Kender gnomes make, for example, but they do. They do. Let's go ahead and open this up to the second floor right now. Actually, in fact, I don't really see any major problem. The marble block floor is just the one. And so I feel like I've run into a spot here where I've put this on repeat, but nobody ever does it. So it's just like, well, maybe I'll go back and I will fix this then, because we do actually need a lot of marble block floors in the near future, because we're going to start working on the next layer of that right there. So let's go ahead and move these all up the chain. There we are. So those jobs are all ready to go now. Looks like it's harvesting season one more time with all of our grapes. It's also time to start producing some more drinks, interestingly enough. It's just something I haven't done in a while, so I should probably do that. Distillery. Let's make ourselves... How many grapes do we have? 176? Sure. Let's make some very standard wine. We'll make ourselves some grape wine, put that on repeat. Hopefully someone will hop to it, because gnomes hop everywhere. They're not big fans of normal walking. I think it's because they feel jovial all the time. Like, the general perception that I have of gnomes is that they're happy a lot of the time. And so, just things to think about right there. What was that? Why did those get sorted? And then walked away. Like, she's... Oh, okay, so she's gonna craft that, and then she's gonna come over here and work on all the copper anvils. Okay, good. Awesome. That's all you can hope for, because my gnomes are being wicked smart right now. So it looks like our storage needs have been handled. A merchant from the Rag Kingdom has arrived. Awesome. And so now that we've got that... I almost made a Charlie James joke, but that's more blues. That's not really... Ragtime's a little bit older. I do have the occasional... I was going to try and make like a Charlie James or like a Skip James joke, but then I realized that, you know, Blind Boy Fuller and all those old ragtime guys are not the same thing as like standardized blues. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, well, damn. I have all these references just like stored away and I can't make any of them. There's no worse feeling. You have all these references, they're so ready to go. They're primed, they're hanging out. And yet, regardless of how far they hang out, you just can't pinch an inch and get them taken care of. I've been working out a ridiculous amount lately. I'm only saying this because I have like nothing to talk about right now, but we're going to trade off all of our emerald necklaces. And honestly, I gained a bunch of weight when I got to college. I think I gained probably like 30 pounds when I first got there. And I've taken off about like 25 of it right now, but it's weird. Like, you have to make space for working out in your day. I work out probably about 3 hours a day now because I can't see any positive gains if I don't work out that hard. It's just my diet. I only eat like salads and things like that. It's ridiculous right now, but I am dropping weight. I was trying to get my weight dropped for all my graduation pictures, so I'd be looking fit as a fiddle. I don't know why fiddles always look like people. That's a saying here in the United States. For those of you that don't know, I don't know if that comes from the old country, but fit as a fiddle is a thing that like people say around here, and I suppose they're talking about like the tightness of the strings on a fiddle. I don't know, but anyways, I just used it, and that's one of those phrases. I never used that phrase. I don't know where that came from. Every time I get on the internet, I start using phrases I don't even remember. And so there it is. I've used a phrase that I otherwise never use. But anyways, I wanted to get myself looking kind of nice for my graduation photos. And so now I think I'm just going to carry it through, and I'm just going to see if I can get myself nice and in shape before I go back to working on other things in life. I'm not going to... I just walk and run, though. That's the thing, is I run like 3 miles every day already. And that usually only takes me... Oh, that takes me probably a good 30 minutes to run like 3 miles. It's not too bad. Like, I take it slow. I don't like I don't sprint it, you know what I mean? Like, I have friends that they do marathons and things, and when they run that kind of a short distance, they sprint it because, well, I like to relax. I just put my headphones on. It's kind of cathartic for me. It's my relaxation time. I put headphones on and just kind of close my eyes and go for a run. I end up with a lot of bruises, like on my forehead and stuff like that. I do run into things a lot, so that's one thing that I will point out about running with your eyes closed, is that it probably will not work out for you. You should probably not do that. Don't listen to my advice in this case and just, you know, continue not having bruises in the middle of your forehead, because people be like, he's shaped like... His face is looking really lumpy lately. I mean, that's a complaint that I get. People are like, why does your face look so lumpy? And I'm like, well, I've taken up the habit of jogging blind, and it's not going well for me. I could get emus. Let's do emus instead, I think. It never hurts to have... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I gotta do something first. I gotta fix something first. Hold on, let's... Do emus eat straw, or do they eat other things? I don't think emus eat straw in real life. I'm almost positive they don't eat that. And so, I don't know if we have to, like, feed them fruit or anything. We need to designate this as a pasture, though. So let's do that. And it's gonna be for emus. And we should be able to have a couple emus in there. It should be alright. And then what I need to do is, just for safekeeping, because I don't want bad things to happen, we're gonna disable all of our automatic butchering. Just in case. I've given up, I don't know if we talked about this, but anyways, I gave up on the prospect of growing mushrooms because after looking it up and actually listening to some of you guys' comments about how mushroom farming works, I was like, well, this seems like it's a lot more effort than it's worth. This seems like the sort of thing that's just a huge pain in the ass for what you get out. I'm gonna buy one male emu and one female emu, and hopefully they can get their little they can get that going on, like, over here. I don't know if emus like Barry White or anything like that. I mean, it works out for the rest of us, but they've got those weird little ear holes. Like, have you ever seen an emu's ears? They have weird little kind of ear holes, and I don't know if they process music like the rest of us do. I've always wondered about that. That's actually been one of those things that I've pondered in the late of the night, and it's kind of sad to say it, but, like, how does, for example, how does a cat hear music? Does their brain not process it? Like, they don't understand rhythm or anything like that, so it just doesn't matter to them? Like, how does that work? I'm honestly interested in the perception of other animals as to, like, how they hear music, because we hear it and our brain assembles it, and it's like, okay, well, you've got rhythm, you've got melody, you've got timbre, you've got, like, all these different things, and it puts them together into a coherent thing that is then translated by your brain. But for, like, animals, they don't have, I don't know if it's they don't have the intelligence to do that, or I don't even know really how to even talk about what I'm talking about right now. But an animal, clearly, like, an animal doesn't start bobbing its head to the beat when it hears music. I mean, I've seen the video of that cockatoo that does it, which is pretty amazing, actually. I was really happy when I saw that because that kind of leaned me in the other direction. Because the cockatoo is very clearly, like, keeping track of the beat with his head when he's... I'll link the video on Facebook if you haven't seen it. But anyways, there's this cockatoo and it dances to Another One Bites the Dust. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing. It made me really, really happy when I saw it. It single-handedly brightened my day. I was having kind of a shitty day. I was in a bad mood, and then I saw a cockatiel or a cockatoo or whatever it is, that giant bird that lives like 100 years. I saw him dancing to Another One Bites the Dust. And honestly, I'll take anything that has Queen involved. I love Queen. Queen is one of those bands that I grew up with. My old man's favorite band is Queen. And so, like, I just grew up listening to Queen all the time. I mean, in my mind, there's no better singer than Freddie Mercury. He's my favorite singer of all time. He's the greatest. He's awesome. And I'm kind of dithering right now, trying to get these numbers straight. I'm down by, I need to do maths. Hold on, Rose. I need like 149, I think. Yeah, I need 149 up top. So let's go up top and see if we can't get 149 worth of worth out of this. I don't know. I think the best way to do this... Let me take all of his logs. We'll take all of his apple wood. Because that actually helps me. Those are things that I don't have a ton of. And so now we're at 84. So we just need 79. I think... What do I want to trade? Looking for the things that are going to be most useful to me here. Where did all the ore go? There we go. And so I'll take 3 of those. No, not 4, 3. Like, well, you hit the wrong key. Alright, well, we'll just trade those off as it stands right now. We got ourselves some emus, and so there they are. They're albino emus, from what I can tell. I don't think I've ever seen a white emu before. They're almost always gray. There was a guy in my hometown that farmed emus, and he had loads of them, but they were not friendly. We also have a guy that farms zebras. He has loads and loads of zebras. And then my significant other has a family friend who farms buffaloes. And that's kind of cool. Buffaloes are adorable. I don't know if you guys know this, but on my bucket list before I die, I want to hug a buffalo. That's like one of the big things in my life. And unfortunately, I haven't got to go to the buffalo farm yet and hug the buffalo. Apparently, a couple of the buffaloes are really, really friendly. Like, they like hanging out with human beings and they'll like take naps and stuff next to you. Like giant dogs. I'm like, that is the most amazing thing ever. How long before I can ride the buffalo? So I can be like an orc riding a warg into battle, but a buffalo. Why did we ever domesticate buffaloes to be ridden? I feel like riding a buffalo would definitely be more terrifying than a horse. A buffalo's got like charging power. I've seen buffaloes run into each other. I've seen buffaloes, okay? I've seen buffaloes do that head fighting thing where like, I disagree with you, therefore I hit you with my forehead. God, how bad would that suck in real life if we all started headbutting each other every time we had problems? That would suck. That would be what is going on over here? Why is it painting all of that? That's weird. Oh, because he's moving things. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Right now, I said a major brain fart and forgot how the game works. I don't know why I was thinking along those. It looks like they've got most of the crates in right there. Still haven't finished a lot of the jobs, though. I mean, we've got a lot of carpentry work going on. That's going to be the major problem that we're running into. I think the second floor that I put in right here is going to be all carpentry, so that we can ensure... Yeah, so that we can ensure that basically all of our woodworking is getting done a little bit more rapidly than it is right now. On this side, we need to start thinking about other workshops, and so we've got a armor, and we need a tinkerer, actually. We've never had a tinkerer before, and so we need a tinkerer's bench. He needs a wrench. I don't even know where wrenches are crafted from. That's kind of cool. They're going to craft it automatically, so I'm not going to concern myself too heavily about it. But the tinkerer's bench can go right there. I do want to build guns within the next few episodes because I think that's one of the few things that we haven't showed off in this playthrough. And so I do want to show you guys guns. So we'll make the machine parts. Machine shop right there. And so I do want to make guns, and I do want to have at least one gun battle before I break off the series, so I'll show you guys that as well. My intent was always just to make this kind of an expose of what you should be doing before you get into creative play. So I think we've done that pretty well here at the Nerd Castle. Just kind of showed off the things you need to be aware of as you're playing through the game. It's done pretty well as kind of an extended tutorial. I hope that from me, anyways, people have been able to pick up enough about the game where they can play it on their own. If not, I feel as though I may have failed you. I may have failed you all, but if that's the case, then I apologize. I tried my best. I did my best. I did my best. I'm gonna put in armor weapon. We need a metal worker in here. Put him right there. And then actually, I think we might land just perfect for the amount of stuff we need, and anything else we could put outside. It's not a big deal. We'll just put them out in the rain. We got up to metalworker, blacksmith, smelter, forge, furnace. So I may leave the furnace downstairs. What we'll do is we'll go with the forge right here. I don't know how I want that to be faced. I suppose we'll have our forges kind of touch right there. And then the one thing that I'm not going to build, and for reasons that I will explain in just a moment, is the smelter. The smelter, not that useful. I'm not a big fan of the smelter. I find it to be sort of pointless. I mean, the smelter, it's a lot of work for what you get out, I guess would be the only way that I know how to put it, is it just takes you a lot of effort with the smelter to get anything done. And so what the smelter does is you see all the random gear that's laying around from all the guys we've killed. Basically what the smelter does, it allows you to smelt that down into shards, and once you've got like 1,000,000 shards, you can make shards into bars, and so it's a way to give yourself like freebie. Oh, damn it. Talk about bad luck. What? Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Like, are you serious right now? Like, why would the game even do that? Yeah, I need to take a break because I'm about to just like... Yep. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at Gnompton for another episode of Gnomoria. I'm gonna go cool off for a little bit. I'll see you guys tomorrow.